Good afternoon, fellow yogis and yoginis. And today, on the very last day of the retreat, we have 3 questions in the English medium. The first one, Dear Sir, Venerable Bhante, I look at breath as I am meditating and I have a question. How does one tally the experience to see that I am experiencing Kaya-anupassana, Veda-anupassana, Chitta-anupassana, or Dhamma-anupassana? One of your talks mentioned about identifying thoughtless moments. How do I do that, being an observer? I greatly appreciate your kind answer. May you would be able to continue your service for a very long time.
All the 4 terms indicate anupassana. Anupassana is observing accordingly. So that is a kind of a synonym for the mindfulness. As far as you are mindful, you are progressing. The measuring of that very progress is becoming a hindrance, specifically at the early part. So therefore, mind your own business, be mindful. Then no problem. Only measuring is the problem.
Dear Venerable Sir, in last night's sermon you mentioned likes and dislikes of what one receives through 6 sense doors create defilements. Is there a difference between likes, dislikes versus enjoyment? Assume one sees a rose. Thus admiring it as a nature's beautiful gift and also reflecting the true nature of it, as it is impermanent and subject to decay and death, create defilements. There have been records of enlightened beings marveling at the nature's beauty in scriptures. How do they do it? May the blessings of the Triple Gem be with you.
As a beginner, let us stop seeing at seeing. Don't try to analyze it, don't try to interpret it. Each and every interpretation indicates waves, ripples in your mind. So as a beginner, ditta stop seeing at seeing. Interpretations are the lingering part or proliferating part, and that's what creates the problem. So therefore, when and where you find your mind is taken for a ride, introduce your primary object and just be with the primary object instead of giving commentaries on what you have seen, hearing and kind of thing. After a certain extent, after a certain amount of diversification of the mindfulness, you can understand while you see something, as far as you know it's a liking thing, but not to proliferate upon that, or not to fabricate upon that, or not to storytelling upon that. So naturally mind aesthetically appreciate it, but no proliferation. So that is the proliferation part, storytelling part, fabrication part is the defilement. So therefore seeing itself is not a defilement, but your unwanted lingering, unwanted proliferation, storytelling and fabrication is the part come like an addiction. And if it is beyond control, that means hardly meditation can work upon you. But if you know it is under control, you are worth calling yogi. One day you will see they are not mastering you, but you can master them. Your mastering of them is what you find in the Thero Gatha, where enlightened beings, they explain how much they are with the present moment, and it is the serenity of the environment, but there is no attachment, there is no difficulty to depart with that. So this is what the Buddha is mentioning as a restraint. This is rather a restraint regarding vipassana or insight meditation.
And here is the third and the last one for today. Dear Venerable Bhante, this is rather a thank you note, with your permission. I like to thank the nature we lived in for the past 12 days, with its serene surroundings, and the weather, which treated us really nicely. Come to think of it, the surroundings, the weather, and we are all part of the nature. I believe our Budurajanan Vahanse found the core truth of nature that lies beneath and presented to us by the way of Dhamma. I thank all the fellow yogis who adhered to the precepts and noble silence, which made the experience unique for everyone. I thank the organizers for undertaking a painstaking task of looking after over 100 people to facilitate a comfortable environment for their yogi life, with very comfortable accommodation, organizing dana and numerous other miscellaneous things. It's no doubt a mammoth task. May all these merits will make your path to Nibbana a pleasant one. At last, but not least, I thank you, Bhante, on behalf of all the yogis and yoginis, for spending your entire life with utter compassion for yogis like us around the world. If not for this wisdom and compassion, we would have been in a helpless state, as so many misconceptions are representing as Dhamma. Our Budurajanan Vahanset and Sarayut Maha Thero's love, kindness and compassion is directly translated to us. I share your thought of a lot of young people and people from non-Sinhala background taking part in this event and their utmost devotion towards Dhamma. I believe we all have done some good karma in the past, and as Vipaka, to be in this facility together, and practice our vipassana, which to me is a paradise. It seems it's so meant to be. May we all of us reach Nibbana this very life with our fruitful effort, and that path to be a pleasant one. May all beings be happy and free from ill will. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.